Okay, let's see. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, good luck, have fun. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is not bad. Alright, so we'll normal summon Alistair and activates effect. So yeah, okay, so this adds let's say this to my hand. And then was it activate the Fluid Summoning Dragon here? I think that's the right thing to do. So allows me to fuse by using dragon monsters. So I'll fuse my Rainbow Dragon and this thing in order to create a. Yeah, we'll fusion summon Daybreaker, the Shiny Magical Warrior. Okay, and then Daybreaker's effect, I'm allowed to draw 2 cards. Okay, and then we'll activate Book of Moon. This allows me to draw 2 cards. Yeah, my deck is broken, man. I know. I don't know why haven't hit this earlier. So we will activate Cosmic Cyclone here. This allows me to transcend dimensions and summon one semi-human monster from my hand. So I'll summon a Legendary Fisherman and activate his effect. So he allows me to gain the ability to fish, and that means that I can special summon this fish monster from my hand for free. So we'll summon Citadel Whale. Citadel Whale's effect is going to activate, so we're going to be able to set directly from our deck a Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. And then, obviously, as we all know, Rainbow Bridge of Salvation's effect will allow me to activate the turn it's set. So Rainbow Bridge of Salvation allows me to transcend the heavens and ascend to a higher plane, allowing me to add Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck to my hand. And also, since I control a human-ish monster, I can add a evolved human male monster from my deck to my hand, so I can add Legendary Fisherman number 2. So yeah, these 2 are hand. Okay, then we continue the combo. So obviously Legendary Fisherman number 2, the effect activates. So he harpoons the original Legendary Fisherman and summons himself for free. And so since he killed someone, he now has a criminal record. So I am required to pay 2,000 life points in court fees. But in return, he gets off scot-free because he has this lawyer in his dimension shifter. He transcends dimensions, and also it happens to have a law degree. So okay, that's cool. And then lawyer effect will activate since he wowed the court so much. I am allowed to add 1 pendulum monster from my deck to my hand. And then we will scale our magical abductor. And since nobody knows what pendulums do, that allows me to add up to 3 spells from my deck to my hand. So I'll add the Sorcerer of Revealing Light, Soul Exchange, and White Elephant's Gift from my deck to my hand. Okay, and then we'll activate Sorcerer of Revealing Light. It destroys all non-Yu-Gi-Oh! Was good back in 2004 cards, and it also, since Pendulum Monster, I forgot it's sent back here. So it destroys all cards that weren't made before 2005, and then allows me to add 1 Good Old Days card from my deck to my hand as well. Oh wait, also, I even forgot to almost resolve this. So also, if I happen to have a normal monster in my deck, I'm allowed to also add that from my deck to my hand so we can add the second copy of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yep, these 2 get out of my hand, and then the swords goes away, obviously, as we all know. And then we will perform our White Elephant's Gift. It allows me to special summon Blue Eyes and draw 2 cards. Oof, yeah, that was interesting. I didn't want to draw that off the top deck for next turn. That's pretty good. So then we will proceed to perform. Yeah, so I'm going to then proceed to take money out of my actual bank account and use these cards in order to go into Fulgo Justice for Hire. And Fulgo Justice for Hire allows me to summon a couple of mercenaries from my deck. So I'll summon Raphael, and we'll summon out a Rex, and since Rex is legally a child, I get child support for him, so I'm also allowed to add 1 final attack orders from my deck to my hand, and also a Megamorph. Then I'm going to activate Megamorph, equipping it onto the Rex, and now the Rex is legally now an adult and thus has to pay taxes, so I'm required to discard 2 cards out of my hands. So we will discard our Melfi Staring Contest, and we will also discard our Soul Exchange to the graveyard. Now, this also allows him, though, to get his own income as well, so I am allowed to draw 1 card. Okay. So then I will proceed to use the child and my other mercenary, and we're going to make our Encode Talker here. And when Encode Talker is summoned, he allows me to activate a trap card from my hand, so I'll activate Final Attack Orders, and since I activate a trap card, I can activate Alter-Ego's Multi-Figures effect to summon herself, and then on field, she allows me to special summon 1 Good Old Days monster as well from my deck, so we can summon our Dark Magician of Super Chaos, and so he allows me to add all spells from my graveyard to my hand. So I have this, and this back to my hand. Okay. And then, at the cost of discarding 5 spells from my hand, and also tributing my entire field, including this trap, I am allowed to go into my X trick and summon out a Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon. I know weird summoning conditions, right? But it works, I guess. And then Mirror Jade effect, so it allows me to send 1 Pendulum monster from my deck to the grave, and then I am allowed to send from my deck to my grave the White Stone of Legend, and then the White Stone of Legends effect will activate. This will allow me to add Blue Eyes back to my hand, and also can take a dragon as well, so I'll add the Rainbow Dragon. And then we'll then proceed to use the Rainbow Dragon's effect. This allows me to special summon, shuffle my extra deck, and then summon up to 2 monsters from the top 6 cards that only I get to see and you don't from them. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, so we'll summon out a Infinitrack First Slicer and Infinitrack Goliath. Now, since I control 2 monsters with the same archetypal name, I'm allowed to also then special summon both Blue Eyes White Dragons directly from my hand. And then we will use these 2 monsters to overlay into Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. And use these monsters and this. Obviously, because we're making Link 4, we must make Goki Destroy Ogre. And then Absolute's effect, we're going to summon Vortex. And then we will go ahead and activate Valence Awakening solo activation. I'm going to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cards from my hand in order to draw 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because obviously I've only activated 1 of which, and that means I can do that. And so then we're going to activate our Magical Citadel of Endymion. And then we're going to trade field spells for Fire Prison. And then we're going to perform our normal summon. Since Destroy Ogre gives us an extra normal, we're going to normal summon our Blue Boy and activate his effect to see if we have a spellbook card. And we do. We have our secrets. And then we're just going to proceed to activate said secrets. We're going to add our Emerging Rescue to Rescue. And then we're going to activate that. It allows me to summon this, destroy this. And then let's see, so we have 4 cards left in our deck, so I'm allowed to look at the top 3 and summon any monsters from them. So we have Legendary Fisherman 3, this, and Enemy Controller. So Enemy Controller and Legendary Fisherman 3 get summoned, and I summon my movie monster to the field. Don't mind my graveyard, don't worry, it's fine. And since we have our Fisherman in our graveyard, we get to summon the Legendary Fisherman 3, He Murdered Again edition. We'll activate Enemy Controller. So since I am allowed to now do a cheat code and take a card from my deck and add it to my hand. Alright, we did that. And then I will reveal my G-Executor in my hand. This card allows me to send, let's see, this. Yeah, we'll send these for the grave. Allows me to send these 4 monsters I control the grave. This one obviously goes to the extra deck to summon him, and then I send 1 from my extra deck to the grave as well. And because I sent to level 4, I'm allowed to special summon my Tragodia to my extra monster zone in defense mode. And then since you allowed me to do that sneakily, I can then tribute that monster to summon my Battle Ninja. Since I sneakily did it, so Ninja. And then since Tragodia was sent, I can put back my Poly. So I'll put that back to the deck. So we have one card in our deck currently. And then that also, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it also requires me to then sacrifice this. And then I'll also then, I'll now use my Vortex and my Masked Murderer. And I'll create a Verte. And then I'll use Verte's effect, sending Poly to allow me to fusion summon using the Machina Fortress and the Vizukuru to create DPE. And that's the combo right there, people. Thank you all so much for watching. And the opponent, I'm sorry, but they really need to ban this stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I forgot one more thing. So Verte, as we all know, I was almost about to end the video right there. Yeah. So Verte, as we know, allows me to put my entire deck back in my main deck, including my extra deck, and then we can shuffle it up here. Oof, oof. And then now we put that there. And then we draw 2. Oof. Yeah. And so that's the combo right there. So yeah.